And your mercy endures forever. Oh Lord, and take your place. We adore you with our worship. Glorify your name, for you are good, and your mercy endures forever. Oh God, and take your place. We are standing on the cross. Just to live our way, for you are good, and your mercy endures forever. Arise, O God, and take your place. The comes to give the glory. We come to praise your name, for you are good, and your mercy endures forever. Good morning. Good morning. We bless the Lord and we thank the Lord for being here one more time. But we realize that if he don't come on up in the midst and we don't invite him in, nothing can happen today. There can be no healing, there can be no deliverance, there can be no captive set free, there can be nothing but bondage because we get tied up sometimes. Mentally, we allow things to tie us up and keep us tied up in bondage. So this morning, we need him to come on in the house. We need him to stir up every gift that's been put in these earthen vessels. Because we know whenever the Holy Spirit takes over, there can be change that can be done. Yokes can be destroyed. They can keep us separated from him. Am I right or wrong this morning?
That's right. That's right.
So we need him to come on in here. Because this morning, we know that he's a good God, right?
Yes,
we
ma'am.
can identify with what William's saying because we know that he's good to us. Even whenever we're not good to ourselves, yet he's still good to us.
Yes.
This week you might have told somebody else that you ain't got to tell me because God already knows. You don't have to agree with him because he already knows because he sees well more in advance before we ever do it, right? Let the word let us know that he knows afar off of what we will do, right?
That's right.
So since he knows afar off, he already knew this past week that you were going to tell somebody else. You were going to get out of character. You wasn't going to be who he called you to be because you was going to allow your flesh to overtake your spirit man.
Yeah.
So we realize that he's good better than we've been to ourselves on this week. I like that song. I think William Merciful wrote that song because I enjoy every minute of it because I know that I need him to rise up in me.
Yeah.
Because the more I move out the way and the more I allow him to rise up in me, that means Kendra can decrease and God can increase. That used to be what they said, Apostle, right?
That's right.
Less of me, Lord, and more of you. We don't sing stuff like that no more. We want to praise him, but we don't want to let nothing go.
Yeah.
We don't want to change anything. We want to be right where we at and think that we're going to get into heaven. That is not how that goes.
My Lord.
This morning, I want to institute will be coming from Matthew 22. We bless the Lord. So if you got your Bible, come on, it's teaching time.
I'm going to change.
All right, Mr. Smith, open up your Bible. Matthew 22. We bless the Lord. We thank the Lord for our apostle being with us on this morning. We thank the Lord for Pastor Joyce in her absence as she had to go to North Carolina due to death in the family. You know, I looked at a lot of death going on. But even in the field that I'm working in, in the medical field. Because you know what? If your job is not your ministry, it's not wrong.
My Lord.
Something is wrong. We get caught up in fame and fortune, but we forget about why he sent us here.
Yeah.
We forget about why he saved us. You know, God saved us and allowed us to come into grace because of the fact he wanted us to go back and show mercy to someone else.
My
and
Lord.
to draw them into him.
Yeah.
How many of us are really drawing people to Christ, or are we drawing them to ourselves?
Come on.
Are we really leading them to Christ?
Yeah.
Are we really showing them the example? Because when Christ came, he set an example.
Mm-hmm.
He came, it was God in the flesh, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Lord, I thank you. Because you know what, I was sitting here and the apostle, please help me out. Help me out on this. As I was sitting here and I was talking, now God came and put himself in the earthly vessel to come back to walk in the flesh with us, right?
Yeah.
So that meant that he allowed a part of him to become a fleshly person, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why is it that we have such a hard time? Now I want you to go with me because I'm going to need you to answer me. Why is it we have such a hard time warring with ourselves? Because he set the perfect example.
My.
And now I understand that all of this goes back to the garden with Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
Where the first sin that was done.
Mm-hmm.
But God allowed himself to come through to show us we can live a perfect life.
Yeah.
But a lot of it is do we really want to change our mindset?
My. Come on.
Or do we get caught up in how people want to see us?
Look out.
Or do we get caught up in, and I remember when they used to be the alcoholics.
Look out.
I remember whenever they used to be the hoe.
Uh-huh.
I remember whenever they used to be the liar.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's what they're preaching. I remember whenever they used to hold up the club.
My.
Do we allow people to keep us hostage where we used to be?
Come on.
So now we war with who we are.
Yes.
A lot of us, one of the things I look at, a lot of preachers get up and they preach hope, love, joy, peace, and everything that God can give them. But they battle within themselves with the word themselves.
My Lord.
Are you serious? Yes, I'm serious. Because
Come on.
everything we forget is that this is a fleshly person.
Yeah. Come on.
This person has the Spirit of God down in them.
Huh?
But if God don't activate and come up, and you don't give him room to activate and come up, you hear what I said? Give him room to activate, because you know what? Some of us take God and put him in a box. We put him on a china cabinet. Remember the institute where I said we put him on the china cabinet, where whenever I grew up in a time where china cabinets was the big thing. Apostle, you remember that?
Yeah.
And people would take their fine china. I'm talking about stuff that cost them a lot of money, because at this time, people don't do stuff like this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
People would go and they would invest in fine china and real silver.
Yeah.
Real silver flatware.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was meaningful to them to have something.
Yeah.
Me and my client's daughter was sitting down and she said, you know what, Kendra? I was attending a wedding of a young lady. And whenever I got ready to go to the wedding, they were getting ready to do the bridal shower. And she said that she had volunteered to bring the flatware and the dishes. So she went out and she done ran the dishes through the dishwasher, polished them up, came up and was sitting at the table. Her and the maid of honor was polishing silverware. And the maid of honor said, if it takes all of this for us to get this ready, this party ready for her, I don't ever want to do this again. I know somebody said, where's she going with this? I'm going to take you right now. Hold on 1 minute, I'm going to get you there. So she was sitting there, she was sharing it with me, and I said, you know what? Over time, we lost the value of what things really are.
Yeah.
Do you not know that's what happened with the Word of God?
Huh?
We wonder why so many things are happening in the body of Christ. We lost the value of who he is. I remember there was a time when people wouldn't smoke on the church right. You remember that, Apostle?
That's right.
Had much respect for for God's house would go all the way across the street or down the street to go smoke, but they wouldn't smoke on the ground. I remember there was a time people didn't curse in the church because they had the fear of thinking that the Lord would strike them dead right where they at. We lost the value of who He is. So much so, our children and some of us, especially if you in the ballpark with me and the apostle in your 40s, some of us got confused too. We done lost the value of truly who the Lord is and why He sent Jesus.
My Lord.
We allow, like that silver girl was polishing, and she was talking to this lady because my client daughter, her children are old, so she's like in her mid-60s, late 60s, and she was like, Kendra, she said, I was shocked because there was a time people would pour these things out to entertain. What are we entertaining?
My Lord.
Who have we allowed to come in to get into our ear gates, to allow them to bring mess to our table?
Yeah.
It irks me to see someone that I grew up with talk about the universe. How you got a universe and you don't believe in God? I'm going to put it out there in the universe, and good things and negative vibes won't come around. What? And I'm saying that bad, and I said, you know what? We lost something. Or the fact that family values. Let me go here. Let me go and read the scripture first. Matthew 22. I ain't trying to go and stay up here too long. I got to move out the way. We got to proceed on with service. Matthew 22. We're going to start at verse 36.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 36 says, Master, which is the greatest commandment in the law? Jesus said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thine heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and greatest commandment.
Mm-hmm.
And the second is like unto it.
Yeah.
Like unto it. Which means there's no difference between it and the first one, right?
That's right.
All right. It says, Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Which means you're supposed to love people regardless. Right? But we don't do that. It
My
says,
Lord.
On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
Yeah.
All right. Get back to this portion of the story. So I was sitting there, I said, you know what? I got a thing of sterling silver downstairs that I bought. Because I remember whenever I turned 18, you know, whenever you hit that 18 mark and you think you grown, I'm going to get me a house. I done bought up all these dishes, and I done had these dishes Christian, you 19 years old. And at 18, I bought them dishes. So from 19, when I was about 20-something years, I done had dishes still sitting in the box. I got a box of cast iron dishes downstairs, never ever been used. I got a set of plates that had never been eaten off of, and some silverware that had never been used. I need to pour that out for Thanksgiving. But my thing is I took it, I kept it in the original wrapper because people that collect stuff, let me tell you something about a collector.
Uh-huh.
A collector realizes in order to have something, it's got to stay in its original shape.
Yeah.
It can't have no tears on the corners, not folded or bended. So now they take it and they put it in something to protect it. Baseball cards used to be a big thing whenever I was younger. Remember that?
That's right.
A lot of collectors used to make boats. Remember the boats? And they used to make the cars and stuff. They would handcraft these things. They would call, order this stuff to come in, and they would sit down and make these things. And they would take it and put it in a casing so that the moisture in the house or damage from the weather or family or kids coming in, they never touch these things, right?
That's right.
So they took it and put it away. That's the same thing I'm saying with this silver, because of the fact we got away from our first love. How can we say that we love each other when we have yet to even learn how to love each other?
Come on.
We can't even stay true and faithful to the Lord.
Yeah.
Some of us are so shaky in our walk with Christ that we don't even know how to love God personally, and yet we still looking for love for ourselves.
You all right?
We have to learn how to love. Let me tell you something. One of the biggest things I had to learn is that until I got my relationship with the Lord under control and that I could remain and stay faithful to Him, only until then I could remain faithful unto a husband. Because my first love should have been God.
My Lord.
But a lot of us have problems with the relationship that we have in our salvation because some of us are straddled the fence. Some of us still want to play with God as though He a chew toy. Remember the babies used to have them little seasoned biscuits?
Yeah.
And they gnaw and it be hard. And it takes a long time for that baby to wear just the corner of that biscuit down because it was so hard and so firm. Do you not know that's how we are with this old sinful mess that we done got ourselves into? And we so hard up in it, it takes forever for us to let it melt away. We got came into Christ. Some of us are still where we was at when we first accepted. Still doing some of the same things we never let anything else. That's a part of our walk. See, I can talk about it because I was one of the people. I can talk about it. You see, Minister Kendra will tell you, Evangelist Kendra, Lady Garrett, she'll tell you about herself. Because one of the things I know, that if I talk about me, I don't give nobody else room to say what I did. I could go to church and I could dance with some of the best of them. I could sing the house down until the Spirit of the Lord come in. Because see, there's a difference when you sing up under the anointing. But see, the only thing about that is that when the anointing comes, then I allow it to break the things off of me of what I just sing it because I enjoy it. You get what I'm saying? Boy, to go on places that I ain't never seen it go. So I knew it wasn't nothing that I did. I knew it had to be in the Spirit of the Lord. But one of the things that I look at is that over a period of time that I couldn't sing like that no more.
Right.
So even God gets tired of you messing with me.
Come on.
Even God gets tired of you playing with me. Even God said enough is enough. If that's what you want to do, I need to turn you over to it. I need to give you to your affection. Some of us expect it in the brain. No, I wasn't one of them people that got out and did a whole lot of things. But guess what? You ain't got to be a person that got out and do a whole lot of things because sin is sin.
My Lord.
Some of us get caught up into what I did wasn't as bad as so-and-so. But it's all the same because there's no big sin and there's no little sin.
Come on.
But how can we say that we have love for each other and we can't love each other? In the word, though, I can tell you, how do you love a person that you've never seen? And you can't love the ones that you right there around.
My Lord.
Let me go here. One of the biggest things that bother me is that when you have death in your family. And Apostle, I don't know if anybody from your side or my side is going to get offended, but I got to say what the Lord says. Our family are the first people to teach us what love is.
Come on. Truth is
Some
truth.
of us have been hurt in our families. Some of us have been injured by family members for things that we trusted them that they shouldn't have done. But regardless, we still, as a child, you still learn to love them, right? No. But as you get older, you don't got mad because somebody kicked you out their house and put you outside with the other kids. So now you in your 40s and you still mad with them? You still mad with someone because of the fact they told you that you was hard-headed and disrespectful, and now you in your 20s and you still mad with them. Or you done got mad because you got your butt towed up for something that you should have got towed up with whenever you got the warning and you didn't follow the warning, but you still mad and holding it on to you. The only thing I look at is that we hold on to things too long. That's right. Right. We hold on, Christian, you being funny, but I want you to understand something. Because something was done to you in your childhood, whether to hurt you or whether to build you. Exactly. Not everybody learned that though. Sometimes people think that you just attack them to attack them. And one of the biggest things that bothers me is when death comes. Now we love each other. I'm going to speak with you. I'm going to call you. I'm going to keep in contact with you. Yeah, for about 3 months at last.
Yeah.
For 3 months at last. Oh, I got to call so-and-so. I got to call so-and-so and check on them. I promised them and I kept my word that I'm going to keep in touch with them. But after the 3 months, the honeymoon period, ain't that what it's called?
That's right. The honeymoon period.
The
That's right.
honeymoon period is over. Now, something that got said that you didn't like. Or they said, well, you know, maybe you shouldn't have handled that way. Because, you know, we have a problem with that. Maybe you shouldn't have handled that quite the way you have. Maybe you shouldn't have said that the way you said it. You know, that really hurt my feelings the way you did that. These things now start bringing up some feelings. See, I know it was the reason why I quit talking to them. I quit talking to them over 20 years ago. And every time I turn around, they got something to say. They constantly complaining. They constantly saying something. But we love it. As soon as you go on the ground, we love it. People falling out with each other over relationships, and you ain't even with the people no more.
My Lord.
You ain't even with them no more. If we can't love our blood direct family, how can we love anybody else? Because see, whenever I look at you, see, let me help you out. One of the biggest things that my family always told us is, if I talk about you, and I put you down, and I talk about you from a boot to a nipple, I'm putting myself down, and I'm going somewhere with it, because this is what we do in the body of Christ. We get mad with each other. We get mad with our pastors because our pastors correct us. We get mad with our brothers and sisters because they say you shouldn't have handled that way. We got to remember that we set an example for unbelievers. We have to remember that we have to control our tongue even though we don't want to. But we have a problem because this is our word right quick. I ain't always been saved. Let me tell you something, I ain't always been a preacher. You're right, you have not always been a preacher, and it's understood. But one of the biggest things that I look at is how can we sit here and say that I love you and we don't know how to act with each other? Huh? We can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it because of the fact you done got mad with this person and you don't realize that I'm supposed to love you. You my brothers and sisters in Christ. So whenever you get hurt, ain't that what the word let us know? When one get hurt, we all get hurt. Is that how that sound, Apostle? Okay. So why is it when one of us get hurt and we be like, that's their problem?
Look out now. That's what they say.
That's their problem. That's between them and the pastor. That's between the or either we take pride.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that you shouldn't have said that about so and so.
Right.
Yes. It ain't just the instigator. Those are table bearers.
Mm-hmm.
We allow these things to come over into ministry.
Yes.
We allow these things to come over into our families. And can I help you? How we treat our family members is really how we're going to treat them with our brothers and sisters in the body of Christ.
My.
This is how we're going to treat them. If we can't show love to our direct blood, we can't really show love to our outside.
That's
because
right.
If they ever do anything to hurt you, you're going to always hold it.
That's
love
right.
goes beyond a 4-letter word of just saying I love you. Some of us have practiced it so much. Yesterday I was on the phone with my sister. And before I got off the phone with my sister's words was, I love y'all. And I was like, what? Whenever people don't say it, that you're used to hearing, they'll never say anything, it really bothers you because it touches you. Wait a minute, we finally getting somewhere. But some of us have said it so much that it doesn't have a meaning. One of the biggest things that I have to teach my kids is love is just not something that you say, it's what you show. The Lord wants us to love Him with all our heart, right? With everything that's in us, He wants us to love Him, right?
That's right.
But do you not know that it also says that the first commandment and the second commandment were one in the same?
That's right.
Which means I'm supposed to love not just you and AJ because y'all my blood children. I'm supposed to love all children that I come in contact with, right or wrong? Yeah. I'm supposed to love my brothers and sisters, right or wrong? The first part is, those are your enemies. But you know what? You shouldn't even see your enemies as your enemies. You see the enemy as the spirit that's on them. So when you look at them, you should see who they are. By now, we should have a spirit of discernment that should be off the chart. Yeah. You should know whenever that demonic spirit has come among your brother and sister, and you should be able to speak to it and get it off. But a lot of us are so busy fighting with ourselves and what we believe. Remember, I said that. A lot of people have gotten to a place to where they walked away from their first love. I can you say there's no God, but as soon as you get in trouble, you call him? As soon as something about to happen, anybody that don't get ready to ask it, oh, Jesus, oh, God. Or you get sick, let some of them pains go, oh, God, please move this over me. Oh, my God. We can recognize a man. It's strange, ain't it? But he said that he would make sure that we all knew who he was, right? Yeah. From the greatest to the smallest. He said that he was going to make sure we knew him, right? So, from the least to the greatest, guess what? That means nobody's left out. From the rich man to the poor man, nobody's left out. Yep. From the smallest baby to the biggest child or adult, old person, whatever you want to call it, senior citizen, any of them, there's no one left out, right? So why is it that we are determined to try to prove that he don't exist, whenever every time we turn around, we make it know that he do exist? You can't take away what's already been there. So I take it, I pray that you've gotten something out of our morning institute. Let us not just pull our love out whenever we find it beneficial. Because a lot of us are beneficial people. We only do it when it's because of the fact you get a benefit out of it. I'm going to go to church this Sunday because they sing us. That's not a good thing. That's beneficial. I'm going to go to church this Sunday because they asked me to sing. You want to be seen? Is that for the glory of God? Or is that for your glory? Have we taken away or we added to it? What are we really giving? And whenever we get there, let's give it all we got. Some of us go to church and we sit there quiet with our hands folded. If you don't do nothing but rock back and forth and give it 100% you got. If you don't do nothing but wave that hand and give God everything you got. Because if he chose tomorrow morning that you not live all the way down to November, because some people still read, before December the 31st and January the 1st come rolling up in here, we're going to be there so long to some more people. Because one of the things I noticed that every year got a number.
That's right.
Every year got its number. And your number could be full tomorrow. So why come and give God half of what you already owe? If it is anyway, the word let us know the earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof, and they that dwell therein. So that let me know the earth, everything around us, is the Lord. And it said, and they, you, that dwell therein. So guess what? That means we belong to him too. They used to say, I'm bought with a price.
Mm-hmm.
Are you bought this morning? The price already been paid for you. Only thing you got to do is just sell. Ain't that funny? A lot of times we want to pay for stuff when we see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus had already paid before he even came into existence.
That's right.
He already paid the price before you ever was birthed. So he already paid the price before he ever saw the finished work. Yeah, he was died, so he already paid it. Or he was the checker. That's why he came on and said, I'm going to take care of it. I want them to have a way of escape. Let us learn to love. We have to give love to give love. But all of us that know how to love, let us love with no strings attached. Let us keep in mind the love that God shows toward us. Whenever we know we messed up, and he could have said, right now I'm going to take you up.
My.
So the same way we can acknowledge that he's given us another chance, let's continue to give him a chance. Now, you know what? What's the Christian line? The Bible says 70 times 7. I was supposed to forgive. Christian, what you come up with?
490 times.
Exactly. Let us learn to go beyond the 490. And I said that to really enlighten the atmosphere because I didn't want you to think that I was coming down on you. But I want you to understand that we got to go beyond the surface. Some of us, it takes beyond us. Even me, sometimes it takes me to go beyond the surface. Sometimes I fight with it, but we can't fight with what God told us to do. At this time, we're going to get ready to turn service in the hand of our apostle. I pray that you got something out of this morning institute that will help you go along this way. Let us love, love, love. Because this time of year, everybody wants to show love. You have so many giveaways. So many people going to be giving away turkeys this week. So many people going to be taking out food boxes. So many people going to be doing coat drives, blanket drives. What else they have? Feeding the homeless. So much of stuff going to go on within these next couple of days. But these are not things that we practice to do on a daily basis. Charity is going to dwell among us always. Some of us are supposed to be doing stuff for charity and we forgotten it. We got to remember what we're doing and what we're doing in front. Possible to see your hands. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We love y'all.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
I pray that everybody's well. Y'all well this morning? Amen. 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 God bless you.
Amen. We thank God again this morning. We're grateful for all that the Lord has done. We bless Him. We bless Him. As the song said, I love you, Jesus. We worship and adore you. I just want to tell you. I love you more than anything. We're grateful. We're grateful. Thank God for this holiday season. Thank God for this week of Thanksgiving. Thank God for the opportunity that God has given us. Thank God for our morning institute. Thank God for our morning teaching. We bless God that He has allotted us. He has allowed us. He has given us. He has graced us. He has blessed us. Those of us that are alive, we ought to be breaking somebody's church doors down somewhere to get inside the house to be able to tell God, thank you. We ought not just be ungrateful or think that the Lord is supposed to do. You know, I bother sometimes in my spirit that we always ask for, pray for me, pray for me, pray for me. Pray that the Lord give me strength. Pray that the Lord protect me as I go here and as I go there. But we won't even get up and go to God's house to give God the praise that He just deserved. But we want God to make sure that we're kept safe, make sure that our jobs are safe, make sure that we make the money that we need to make. We want God to open every door that He said that He would open. And see, God got to fulfill His word. See, we know how to hold God to His word, but we won't even hold ourselves to the words that we have made and committed unto God. We want God to do everything that He said we do. See, here's the thing. God cannot do the opposite of what He said. He will only do what His word said. And if you're not living the way that He expects you to live, then don't require to do God anything beyond that, because all He's required to do is what He has spoken that He would do. Come on, y'all. See, we want everybody to know that the Lord will bless. The Lord, yes, He will bless. And I got a problem because we don't tell folk in order to receive the blessing and in order to really enjoy the blessing, there's the things that we got to come out of. Some of y'all still holding on. You heard Evangelist said 50 years of anger, 30 years of anger. Still mad at your mama, she dead and gone. Mad at your daddy, he dead and gone. Mad at your uncle, he dead and gone. Mad at your sister, she dead and gone. Mad at your brother, they dead and gone. And it's sad that you can't do anything about it now, that there's no breath in their body, there's no sound to come out of their mouth, there's no possible way that they can hear it. You're running to the graveyard begging God to allow them to hear what you have to say, asking God to let them forgive you when they had the opportunity to do it, while God still had them on this side of the land of the living and not resting in the grave waiting till He came. You didn't even dot foot. Nope. You didn't pick up a phone. You didn't even send a message, instant message. You didn't do a direct message. You didn't send a text message. You didn't do none of that.
Amen.
You never did it. Then some of y'all did it long enough to be able to get what y'all wanted to get out of them, while y'all still had disregard in your heart towards them. You still hated them. You still didn't like them. You still didn't care for them. But they had something that you wanted, and the only way that you can get it was to play them, play their mind, play on their heart, play on their emotions, make them think that you was in love with them. Make them think that you wanted to be bothered with them. And then once you got the goods you wanted to get, you begin to treat them just the way you really felt. Amen. Sad part is that y'all don't understand a lot of times, just like a mother know when a child really don't give a rat's tail about them, they still allow them to think that they playing on them when they're not playing the town. Not playing mama, not playing daddy. Come on, y'all need y'all to get it. Amen. You don't think God knows when you call yourself running in his house? Hallelujah, Jesus. Oh, glory to God. Come on, y'all. I need y'all to see it. I'm going to get y'all there in just a minute. Come on. Because I need us to understand. I said that I would encourage your heart, and I'm trying to encourage your heart now because, see, for too long, too many of us are still holding on to things that should have died, that should have been let go. You know, when my friend was living, you know, I love different types of music, and I still love all types of music. And music, if it's sung the right way, has a message in it. But nowadays, music is just made because we get caught up in the sensual side of everything, and it's all about the physical side of what the music has to say, and it doesn't have a message in it that really gets you anywhere, but it gets you to where you want to get, to where you get the thing that you want to get, and then once you got it, you still ain't got nothing, but you got a bunch of ties that came along with it, a bunch of junk that you got to deal with, and you got a load that now you don't know how to get rid of, and now you stuck in a place that you don't know how to come out of, and the person that you got stuck there with don't want you to be with them anymore. They done left you right there, and you still left holding the bag, hoping and waiting for them to come back, and they done moved on 5 times over the time that they were with you. Come on, y'all. Did y'all get it? So we're grateful to God. We only love each other during certain times of the year. That's when we get emotional. That's when we're ready to love. Holiday time come around, we love. Valentine's Day come around, we love. Thanksgiving time come around, we forget about, we love. Christmas time come around, we love. New Year's time come around, we love. Mother's Day come around, we love. Father's Day, we have some kind of Sunday morning love, and we really don't love. Come on, y'all need y'all to get it. Easter time come around, everybody want to know the Lord. Everybody want to be with Jesus. Everybody got this, that, and the third going on. But what happens to the other days in the year? When it's not a special high day. Halloween come around, everybody now saved got to have their costume on, and they got to be dressed up as their favorite character. And now we do the same thing when it comes down inside the house of God. You mean to tell me you wasn't these characters all year long? Come on. And now you done as the pagans done dressed up the holiday? Come on, y'all. Y'all gonna get it. In a minute. Y'all gonna see it. We say we love, and yet, Christian, you know that 70 Jesus said that you have heard said of old that, you know, we ought to, you know, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. He said, you know, how many times the disciples asked, not only was it the 12 that asked, but all of the disciples that followed, how often should we forgive our neighbor? How often should we forgive our friend? How often should we forgive our family? You know, it used to be said 7 times 7. Jesus said, I tell you of a truth, that it should be 7 times 70. And the reason why he said that, it should be unlimited. It should be no end to it, because he recognized that the moment you said, I'm sorry, the moment you ask for forgiveness, some of y'all jokers go right back and do the same thing. Parents, y'all ought to know it better than anybody, just like God. The moment your child says, Mama, I'm sorry, Daddy, I'm sorry, and you go, forgive me, please, I won't do it again. As soon as they mouth say it, they can already give their mind up, because in their mind they've already prepared to do it again. Because what they want to do is cover up all of what they already done. What they're asking forgiveness for is what you done saw them doing, but they still got other stuff to go with it. Don't y'all get quiet on it now. You were talking earlier. Come on, help us out, help us out. So now, I just had to touch a little bit on that because, see, I'm bothered because we go week after week. And then when God allow our day to be bad, we know how to call certain people and say, can you pray with me? I'm tired. You know, I don't know why the day going the way it is. You know, I'm not understanding what happened. I prayed before I left, but you had time to go give God his time. You had time to go give God some service. You had time to go bless the Lord. But we have more time to do everything that we want to do. We know how to go to the clubs. We know how to go to the supermarkets. We know how to go to the grocery stores. We know how to go to the malls. We know how to go to the outlets and everything else. And we know how to make time for that. We know how to find the money for this and find the money for that. We can go make a loan for this and make a loan for that. We can borrow this and borrow that. We can go get into a payday loan for this and a payday loan for that. We can go on and pawn off our car for this and pawn off our car for that. But when it comes down to the things of God, we don't do it. We expect God to just show and take his hand and slap his hand on what we got and manage our stuff for us when he put it in our hands to do it. Come on, y'all. Then the moment you go back to paying your tithes and giving your offering, you expect God immediately right then and there to fix everything because you just paid a tithe. You just gave an offering. You just sowed a seed. And you heard on some television show, some television evangelist said, if you would just sow a seed, some of y'all sowing into things that now cause you to use, where they actually use propaganda. In other words, they knew how to merchandise you and use you as they merchandise, and they done got what they wanted, and you still ain't got the blessing they did that you would get because they said, if you would just sow this $100 seed, I hear the Lord saying, and they know how to eloquently take the word of God, break it down real good, but the word of God said if you would just sow the seed. Come on, y'all. You want it instantaneously. Yeah, you're in the microwave area because some of these clothes are microwave. Preachers' clothes are too tight, male and female. You can see every impression that they got. And they're wondering why in the church you got a whole lot of stuff going on and ain't nobody paying attention to God, but they're watching everything that takes place. Preaching, what that got to do with anything? It's got a lot to do with it because John 3:16, where our message is coming from, and Romans chapter 5, verse 8, where our message is coming from, and the message is entitled, That's How Strong My Love Is. You know, Christian, you put on one of your comments, you said, you know, just like, you know, Hosea and Gomer. Do you realize how strong God's love is? It's just like the love that Hosea had for Gomer when God told him to go find him a wife of the whoredom. See, in other words, you know, my cousin Jasper Williams preached a message entitled some years ago, I fell in love with a scripture. Come on, y'all. He preached a message, I fell in love with a scripture. If you look at it, Gomer was a hope. Gomer was the scripture. The pole ain't just come out. Come on, y'all. I need y'all to get it. I need y'all to make some noise this morning. I need y'all to really get riled up this morning because, see, I need y'all to catch it because when you look at it, Israel was jacked up. Now, I'm going to use your word that you used this morning because, see, we all jacked up. God knew before you were born, before your daddy was even thought of by his daddy, and before he was thought of by his daddy, he knew in the bloodline where the link and the lineage was and how messed up that they would be. But he also knew that he had already prepared in the DNA of that same lineage that would fall through the lineage of the mother that you would be planted in, that he had a desire for who you was, and that even though on both sides there was some mess, he knew that y'all were jacked up. He knew that there was some family incest, that grandpa had already slept with his daughter. Oh, y'all, I need y'all to get it. He already knew that daddy was going to play with his granddaughter. Mama was going to lay down with her son. I need y'all to get it. I want y'all to catch it. See, these are the messages that we don't want to preach, and these are the messages we don't want to deal with. Because, see, when you look at it, that's how strong my love is. Only right before, you know, the grave sitting on the dock of the bay, sing a song before Holy Dread came back, and we made it. Only right, sung the song. God bless our love. That's how strong my love is. God saw how strong his love needs to be, that while you were yet sinners, and God commended his love toward us, that while we were yet sinners, Christ died. Romans chapter 5, verse 8. That's what I just quoted for you. I'm getting ready to get out your way, but I need you to catch it because I'm glad the platform was set the way that it was. Because in order to see that in this holiday season, do we really love each other? Do we really love in our bloodline? Does the father really love his son? Does the mother really love her daughter? Does the mother really love her son? Does the father really love his daughter? Come on, y'all. Or did you just have the
child because the man you was with or the woman you was with, you thought that was wholeness. You thought that would make him love you. You thought that would keep things together. But then once the child was born, you found out that was a great separation. Well, can I help you? The separation started before the child even came into play, before the seed had been planted, because many seeds were going in, but none never found a way to copulate and stick to the ground. Come on, y'all. I need y'all to get it, because see, when you look at it, John 3:16, it says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Come on. Just told you we're going to talk about that's how strong my love is. See, you know, you talk about love real well. You talk about love real good. You talk about love real loose. Yeah. But do you really love each other? Let me take you to what Peter said, the Apostle Peter said, that love or charity covers a multitude of sins. Can I tell you, God covered a multitude of sins long before he even said, let us make man in our image and in our likeness, and created he them male and female. His love was so strong that before you were even created, before you were even thought of, he had already gave you an escape plan. Yeah. He had already made the escape route. Yes. He had already made sure that when the fire broke out, that your fire plan of how to make sure your exit strategy, when the fire broke out in the house, everybody in the house was able to get out safe. Yeah, yeah. Y'all gonna catch it? Come on. Get ready to get out your way real quick, because I need you to catch it, because when you look at that 3rd chapter of John, and you look at why John wrote what he wrote, John had to make sure, because see, some of y'all having a midnight interview, and you going to the interview for the wrong reasons. You having that, you know, that meeting in the ladies' room. Come on, y'all. Some of y'all had a meeting in the men's room. Nicodemus went to Jesus by night. He was that undercover believer, and some of y'all are undercover believers. But yet, his love was still strong, that he knew that you knew how to sit on the council. Come on, y'all. We got males that sit on the council, but really don't believe in God, as they say. They attend every Sunday, but when it comes down to really fastening their faith and their belief in God through Christ, they throw the other saved folk under the rug. Yes, y'all. Call a spade a spade. I'm going to call real. Yeah. Call a dog. Yes, and I'm going to call a cow. Because when you look at it at the end of the day, that's right, move. Look at the text. Look at what he said. While John was writing this here, John wanted us to understand. He said, first of all, let me back up just a little bit. Nicodemus wanted to know, because he had that midnight meeting. He had that midnight interview. And see, some of y'all midnight might be right now. And it ain't even midday. Come on, y'all. Come on. Some of y'all midnight is in the most inopportune time that you can think of, and you're going through. Come on, y'all. You feel like you're getting ready to kill yourself, and that's your midnight, and God that showed up. And you asking Jesus, now look, I said I believe. I said I wanted you in. I confess my sins, but I got a problem. I can't recognize whether or not I've been born again. In other y'all, think the only way you know you've been born again is if you speak in another language. You ain't got the one spade in your hand, and you got a bunch of diamonds, and you got a bunch of, clubs in your hand, and you trying to figure out whether or not you're going to be able to beat the other hand, but you got 3 aces along with the spade that you got, and don't realize how many books you got in your hand because you don't know how to play. Oh, I like that. Poker face in the spade game. But see, I didn't get with poker face in the spade game. It'll be a whole lot of folk at spade by giving them the faith that they didn't understand and play them at their own game and cause them to lose, because I made them play the cards that I needed them to play, because either you gonna come high or go low. Or y'all gonna pray with me? Get ready to go home, because when you look at the text, the 3rd chapter of John started off in chapter 1. He wanted the world to know, because see, at that time, the church at Ephesus was falling off. Look at the church right now. You got folks backing away from God. Reason why John's gospel was not synoptic, because when the church fathers began to tell John what was going on, they said, Apostle John, we got a problem. We got an apostate. We got folks falling away. We got folks leaving God. Yeah, they were going into the universe then. This ain't just happened. You got folks just like in the days of Paul when he preached at Mars Hill, and they were believing in the unknown God because they didn't know who he was, but they heard about this God, but they didn't know the name. And even though somebody come tell you who it really is, come on, y'all.
Come on.
Need y'all to get it.
Come on, help us.
Are y'all gonna pray with me?
I'm praying with you.
Well, I feel pretty good
Come
this
on,
morning
come
because see, when you look at how strong God's love is, and yes, I wanted you to catch it because it's not so much about the song that O.B. wrote, but when O.B. wrote the song, he had to start it off because he wanted his wife to know, he wanted his love to know, he wanted God to bless him. He knew that his business was singing the way he did, but he understood to get where he got, it had to be by God.
Yeah.
He had a solid, firm foundation, and he didn't leave it completely, but he understood this is my job, but this is my lifestyle.
Come on.
Are y'all gonna pray with me?
Come on.
See, God already knew what was going to happen before he even created us, and that's why Lucifer understood part of the plan, but he didn't know the whole plan. He understood God was already getting ready to create man, but he just like some children, he wanted to steal the whole show, but didn't know how to go about getting the show. You know, a wrestling Christian, you know, what the old boy named the Big Show?
Uh-huh.
He called the Big Show because he's a big man,
Uh-huh.
look real big, and put on a real big show.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah, many times Big Show got thrown down and now was no show.
That's it.
Y'all gonna pray with me?
Come on.
What I want you to get, I want you to understand that it ain't always the size of the person that gets God's attention, but it's really the size of where your faith really lies in spite of how big you are. That's the size of your donation that will get you where you need to get. It ain't the size of your tithe that gets God's attention. Well, Jesus said, let's look at this here. When the two women got ready to put their money in the ushery, and you know the Jew woman decided to say, I'm glad I'm not like her. All she had were two little mites. Come on, y'all. Jesus said, now who gave more? Come on, y'all. He said the one that gave the two mice that she had gave more. The reason why, first of all, she gave it from her heart. Second of all, she gave it willingly. Third of all, she gave all she had. And she wasn't concerned that it was her land. She trusted that when she gave it to the one that made sure she had it, he would go already provide and make sure everything was there.
Come on.
Why am I saying this? And I told you I was going to encourage you. I need the Holy Ghost a little bit. Let me make sure for somebody that thought that I forgot, but I didn't forget, but I needed you to get it because when you look at Hosea and Gomer, when God told him to go get him a hoe, you don't believe me on that because see that ain't what the text said. The scripture said God told Hosea go get him a wife of the whore. Well, he told him to go get him a prostitute. Told him to go get him a midnight ramble. Go get him one of them fast women, one of them loose women. Go get him one that had already been infected by everybody, that had been polluted by every man, and everybody had a chance to drive in her. Are y'all gonna pray with me? God wanted to show how strong his love was because some of y'all mind have been driven so far and so many people have rolled in your mind that it ain't even funny. And some of y'all mind being written and driven right now while you're sitting in the house of the Lord. Be quiet on me now. Be quiet on me now. You're sitting in God's house. Out of your mouth you say, bless the Lord. Out of your mouth you say, I love you. You're saying, I love you, brothers and sisters. God loves you and so do I. No matter what you need, I got you. But on the back side of your mind in other places that ain't got no business being. Body here with God and your mind on the other side of that. Body here, mouth here, but your heart in some other place with some other man while you're saying you're loving God. You just like Betty Wright, you figured if you can't love the one you want, you love the one you're with. While you're loving the one you're with, your mind on the one you want to be with. While you're sleeping with the one you with at the moment, your mind is sleeping with the one you want to sleep with. Y'all gonna pray with me? Need y'all to get it because see, God already knew that some of y'all were gonna come and say, I love the Lord. He heard my cry. I love the Lord. He heard my cry. And hear my every groan. Lord, that's what some of y'all was saying, and God knew you were going to say it, so he knew his love had to go beyond what your mouth said.
Yes.
John said, he said in the 3rd chapter, Paul in the 5th chapter of Romans, that he said it, he was looking at the fact that God knew that your faith has to supersede what your mouth says. Your faith has to supersede what your mind believes. Your faith has to supersede what you were dealing with. Your faith has to go beyond that. You were molested when you were a child. You were mentally molested, physically molested, socially molested, emotionally molested, financially molested. You knew your faith had to go beyond that. Knew that your daddy walked out on your mama. Watch your daddy beat your mama. Watch your mama beat your daddy. Watch your mama stab your daddy. He knew your faith had to go beyond that. He knew that your faith had to go beyond the fact that your mama told you that your daddy was no good. Didn't tell you that your daddy was always calling to check on you. Didn't tell you that your daddy had showed up while you was at school. Daddy left what you needed, lied, and said daddy wasn't making provisions for you. So he had to tell you that your faith said just shall live by faith.
Yes.
In other words, he wanted you to understand that when you have God's love that flooding your heart and it's going, as the old deacons used to say, from heart to heart and breath to breath. Because see, you know, when you breathe, it got to be genuine. People got to be able to feel it. You know, when you're around folk and real love is there, when you go to certain churches, when you put up on the ground, you can tell that the presence of the Lord is there. You ain't got to wait till the song goes, the presence of the Lord is here. The presence of the Lord is here. I feel it in the atmosphere. The presence of the Lord is here. You ain't got to wait for that, because as you're pulling up on the ground, the Spirit of the Lord is already there. He allowed you to feel comfortable. You know, that's why the blues singer says, do you mind if I get comfortable down home blues? Yep. Do you mind if I kick off these shoes? See, some of y'all have kicked off your shoes so much you done got comfortable where you are that while you're sitting in God's house, you don't hear nothing that God is saying. All you hear is the man and the woman of God saying words out of their mouth. And they will not reach your spirit because they reach the ear, but they don't reach the mind. If they don't reach the mind, it won't reach your heart. What does it have to do with that's how strong my love is? It has a lot, because when you look at the two particular texts there, and you go back to the book of Hosea and add it in, when God told him to go, look, he had a specific one that was already picked out. I hear you, Holy Ghost. See, some of y'all want to wonder why some of these men that got with these women that got 4 or 5 children, and every child that they got is for somebody else. They all got different daddies. And now God didn't allow the man to fall in love with the woman, fall in love with the children. It had nothing to do with the woman. But it had to do with God showing how strong his love really was. Y'all can pray with me. Sat down last night and I thought about some things that even in my own family, I thought about, you know, even in my own family with my father, that there was a whole lot of things that you try to figure out how a man love a woman and half the children are not here and she go out on him and have more children and say, bear children in his name, but they ain't his blood. Y'all can pray with me. Need y'all to catch it. Wondering why the man still want to stay with the woman, knowing she done laid up with somebody else. Knowing that the child carries his last name, but it ain't his seed. Y'all gonna pray with me? Yeah. Wondering why God allowed and they was able to willing to forgive and they don't dog them out. My Lord. Come on, y'all. God struggled. Why you say God struggled, preacher? God saw the people that he created. God saw the nation that he chose. Tried to see everything going on in the land. See everybody with what they wanted, doing what they wanted. Looked like they were still being blessed. Looked like they were still getting financially sound, economically sound, financially rich, and they were still fit and didn't look like that was going on. Israel wanted to do the same thing. Can I tell you, even in the church today, when God had told the man and the woman of God to establish, start a ministry, prepare the ministry, build the ministry, God send those in the ministry that need to be there. You don't want nobody to help you with it because you want it to be about you. Come on, y'all. You pattern after us, but you want to be bigger than everybody else. Y'all gonna pray with me? What does that have to do with for God so loved the world? God loved us so much that he was ready to get rid of us again. Jesus looked at us and saw that while he was getting ready to go to Calvary, while in the Garden of Gethsemane, when he looked down in the cup, and while he was off yonder praying and told Peter, James, and John, see, some of y'all in the circle, y'all need to create a new one. Y'all need to get rid of the three that y'all got with you, and y'all need to get rid of the one that's laying on your book. Come on.
Come on.
Come on, y'all.
See, y'all know y'all got that one that's closer than all the others. Y'all know y'all got that one that y'all told everything to. And you're trying to figure out how all of your intimate secrets have been leaked out. And you thinking it's coming from one of the others. And the one that's telling you, I'm going to tell you who it is. Let me tell you what it said. Let me tell you how it was said. I'm going to tell you how I know. Let me tell you where I was at when it came out. Come on, y'all. That's how strong my love is. That's why we read in the song said, cry me a river, cry me a lake. He said, I'll be the weeping willow. He said, I'll be there. Sometimes I'm drowning in my tears. I'm drowning in your tears. He said, I'll be the moon to light up your pathway while you travel your way home.
Come on.
Come on, y'all. So when you look at this thing, look at how strong God's love is. In this holiday season, some of y'all still haven't been able to allow the love of God to be able to permeate in your heart strong enough to be able to lift you up to know that even though your loved one is laid in the grave, resting until God called their name. Come on. Can I tell you, ain't nobody got no wings yet? He ain't cracked the eastern sky. Devil ain't put his mouth on the trumpet. Ain't put one foot on land and one foot on sea. And it has not been a great gathering, has it yet? Nobody been caught up in the sky as of yet. Come on, y'all need y'all to get it. See, some of y'all don't want to hear this because the moment they done died, heaven and gained another name.
I know it.
Come on, y'all. I tell you, let me help you understand it because see, God loves so strong. That's why he had Paul to tell us that our citizenship was in heaven first. Your breath goes back where whence it came because God blew breath in your body. Just as Adam, when he created him, he blew in his nostrils the breath of life, and Adam became a living soul. Soul still alive, but there's no life in it because the life that was the breath that got in the blood that caused the soul now to have an existence where it was now animated, is now in suspended animation. Y'all gotta help me out.
My Lord.
You ain't gotta take me as the word, but I just gave you a scripture for you to see it for yourself. So God's love was so strong that when he told Hosea to go and find him a wife of the horse, he said, now when you find a matter, but he had already pointed out where he needed to go. He had orchestrated, he had directed, he had guided, he had providential awe in it. He had already set the history of how it was going to go. Y'all polluted right now. When I say y'all, that includes me already. Because I ain't superseded. Because no matter how anointed you think you are, how powerful you think you are, I don't care how much you done consecrated yourself, I don't care how much oil you put on yourself, I don't care how long you've been in practice. Long as you're in this flesh, there's some pollution. It is subject to rise up. Come on, y'all.
Just like a dog.
I'm glad you said that, Christian, because it just brought my mind back, and the Holy Spirit brought me back to, Friday night, Saturday night, whatever it was. You and I sat at the table, and Bobby Blue Band says, I wouldn't treat you like that because I wouldn't treat a dog the way you treat me. Some of y'all treat God the way y'all treat a dog. Some of y'all treat a dog better than y'all treat a human being. Y'all gonna play with me on that one because see, y'all love for animals go stronger than y'all love for one another. Need y'all to pray with me. I'm trying to get out of here. I'm trying to be alone. I'm trying to encourage your heart because see, right now, he'll come this week. First Thanksgiving, and my sisters have not had an opportunity to spend with my mother, and their minds are bothered, their hearts are troubled. My aunts are feeling the same way in some kind of way. But I need to encourage you today that all is well. Are y'all gonna pray with me?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel a little Baptist-costal just now.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna pray with me because God's love is so strong that her spirit will always live on. How is that going to live on? Because you got memories to carry. That's why, how I said, memory, when will I see you again? When will we meet? We're going to meet again, y'all. Can I tell you? So I need you to understand God's love is able to lift up your heavy load. He's able to pick your head up. He's able to take the tears that have caused themselves to roll on the inside and now begin to flood on the outside and dry every tear in your eye. That's why John said in Revelation that my God shall wipe every tear from your eye. It ain't going to be just when we get ready to go to heaven, but it's going to be even right now.
Yes.
Until you ask God to dry up your tears. You ask Him to bind up and mend your broken heart.
Yes.
In the process of it, God started mending your heart, but you gave way to the pain that you had.
Amen.
You begin to recollect and remember and reminisce on how bad you really felt. Instead of reminiscing on how good things were and how the time really was. And that's why the other song said, for the good times. You don't remember the good times to be able to get you through the bad times, get you through the hard times, cause you to be able to coast through the in-between times. That's how strong God love is. Then in spite of the fact that Hosea found him a wife that loved him for a moment, she couldn't control herself. She couldn't keep herself. She didn't know how to stick to herself. She didn't know how to love herself. So she could not love one man. She had to have multiple. Come on, y'all. Well, she not only sold herself in her love, but right now we're selling ourselves in where? Tell yourself shop. Just don't know how to control yourself. Every time God gives you discipline and control, you just got that feeling. You just got that urge. And you got to satisfy that urge. You just got an itch. You got to scratch the itch that you got. And when you scratch the itch, you add more infection. Yet, in the process of it, John said that the Word was made flesh, the Word among us. We beheld Him as the only begotten Son of God. Then John said that he found himself at a wedding in Cana of Galilee, drinking water in the wine.
Yes.
Then John said, well, he said, that was a man by the name of Nicodemus. And some of y'all still, as you heard me, folks want to say, got your midnight meat. Got your bathroom meat. Got your meeting in the ladies' room. Got your meeting in the hidden quarters. Got your meeting out in the woods. Got your meeting in the pastor's office. Conspiring against the church. Conspiring against your lover. Conspiring against your husband. Conspiring against your wife. Yet John, he said that Nicodemus, he came to Jesus privily, the word being private, came to him by night, didn't want to be seen by nobody. Some of y'all holding political offices, sitting as councilmen, councilwomen, sitting as those that represent Republican and Democratic offices, sitting in the Congress and what have you, sitting as governors and lieutenant governors, sitting as sheriffs and under sheriffs, you're sitting as police and police chiefs, sitting as mayors. Come on, y'all don't pray with me. Y'all sitting in these offices that God allowed you to sit in to give reform, reformation, and change, and yet you still deny who He is. Yes, His love still strong. So John go on to say that Jesus tell Nicodemus, he said, you know, the wind bloweth where you listen. He said, but them that are born of God, they know. Those that are born of flesh is flesh, and those that are born of spirit is spirit. He said, marvel not, you must be, you gotta be born again. No, you ain't gonna be able to go back in the channel. You ain't gonna be able to go back up the birth canal. No, you ain't gonna be able to enter the second time in your mother's womb. But in the mind, there is a rebirth. In the mind, there is a regeneration. In the mind, there is a renewal. In the mind, there is a restrict. In the mind, there is a repression. Can I tell you, in the mind, God reset the reset button in the mind. John says, except you be born again, you're going to no wise into the kingdom of God. And all of you folk that to profess with your mouth, all of you folk that to confess with your mouth, all of you folk that say you to believe in your heart, never hit the reset button. Blood of Jesus started washing and you watered it down. Because when it started regenerating, when it started reforming, when it started rebuilding, when it started remodeling, when it began to shift the anger Y'all gonna pray with me? You decided to stop it because you still had aught against George. Still had aught against Lou Madden. Still had aught against Judy. Still had aught against Kendra. Still had aught against Don. Still had aught against Bob. Still had aught against Joyce. Come on, you gotta catch it.
Come on.
Every time the blood started regenerating, you stopped the flow of the blood. Then your blood pressure went up.
Yeah.
Blood sugar went up.
Come on.
Thyroid went out of whack. Kidneys stopped functioning. Blood began to pour into your kidneys. Blood began to pour into your stomach. Blood began to pour into your head. You begin to call upon the name of Jesus. His love was so strong, he was in your bed while yet sleeping, nobody knew. Blood was accumulating. Blood was getting ready to suffocate you. Blood had filled in your lungs. God dried it up. The Spirit of the Lord made intercession for your groaning that you know not of.
Yes, Lord.
Y'all gonna pray with me?
Jesus.
That's why John said, well, Jesus wanted you to understand that God sent his son in these times that you might live. For God so loved the world. He said, well, they didn't get it with Hosea. So I need to tell John to tell them one more time. That Hosea only represented who I was. Gomer represented the world. Hosea represented my understanding. Gomer represented the lies in the world. Hosea represented my mind. Gomer represented the sinful mind of the world. Hosea represented my unending and unfailing love. Gomer, she represented the play around love. She represented the player love. She represented the unfaithful love. She represented everything that was unkind, unclean, and unholy kind of love. Hosea represented my love that said, I look past the fact that you played around on me. Gomer represented the all that thought it was going to slip what all really was. Y'all gonna pray with me? Hosea represented the all in the all. Represented the pressing of the all out the all. Are y'all gonna pray with me? Gomer represented every unclean, unholy, unrighteous thing. And yet Hosea represented a God that sat back and waited for him to come on back home. Are y'all gonna pray with me? For God so loved the world that he gave his only son. He said, I need you to understand that when I told Hosea, go find him a woman of the whore, that I would send my son into a whoring world. He knew that you would be the whore that you are. Because see, some of y'all are outright out in the open and unfailing and unwavering faithful whore. And then everybody else are undercover whore. Let me help y'all understand as I extend the invitation for somebody said he just called everybody a whore. Well, you come to God's house on Sunday morning and your mind ain't on God, your heart on God. You say that you are part of a church and your church is this name, that name, such and so name, and your pastor is such and such, but you ain't even married to the church that you in. You go more to up the road, down the hill, under the hill, such and such church. Come on, y'all. So he said, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever will believe in him. How many of us really believe beyond the shadow of a doubt? Because when you look at the text simply means that you believe beyond a doubt. There's nothing that can convince you otherwise. There's nothing that can pull you out. There's nothing that can startle you. And if it does, you'll believe that God sent his son to die before he came in the flesh and died and set you free while you still holding yourself and let go hold you hostage to where you did. Some of y'all married right now and they're holding your hostage to what you did. You sinned 20 years ago, and 20 years later, they're still holding you to the sin that you committed. But they're in God's house now. God has set them aside as the praise and worship leader. God has set them aside as the senior worship leader. God has set them as the man or the woman of God, pastor in the church, but they won't let go of your sin. say God let go there. God so loved the world. That's how strong his love is, that he knew that you would still hold on 30 years later. Y'all got 30-year grudges. Mama been dead 30 years and you can't even get over the fact that your mama birthed you in the world, gave you up at birth, had to let you go. Yep. Was the alcoholic, was the whore, was the crackhead, was the cocaine head, bait head, was the tar head, and everything else got cleaned up, and you still can't forgive her for where she been. Can't forgive him for what he did. He didn't know how to be a father. He knew what it was to play around, and God allowed seed to come because you were the reason why he allowed him to play, because you were the reason to save him.
Come on. Come on.
That's how strong my love is. For God commended his love toward us. How he commended his love? He gave us Jesus. That while we were yet sinners, Christ died. While in the Garden of Gethsemane, he went to pray and asked his Father, can this cup pass? Let this bitter cup pass. He saw before the foundation of the world that he was going to have to die for John, Kendra, Joyce, Alana, Christian, Julie, Sam, Denise, Camille. He was going to have to die for Annie Pearl, Delphine, Gusta May. He was going to have to die for Martin Jr., Martin Sr. He was going to have to die for Bob. He was going to have to die for Maxine. He was going to have to die for Dylan. Can I call some more names? He was going to have to die for the police. He was going to have to die for everyone in the world. He saw it in the cup. Yeah. But he saw it before the cup. He was slain before the foundation of the world.
My Lord.
He was going to have to die for Donald. He was going to have to die for Stephanie. He was going to have to die for Earl Dean. He was going to have to die. Come on, y'all. He was going to have to die for Troy. He was going to have to die for all of those that have names start with a T. He was going to have to die for John Jr. He was going to have to die for Tanya. He was going to have to die for Joshua. He was going to have to die for Tanya. He was going to have to die for Paulette. He was going to have to die for all those that in the areas where he lives. Mary. Come on, y'all. Lord.
Come on.
Come on, y'all.
Come on.
Roosevelt.
Come on.
Come on, y'all. I'm calling out some folks that are family to me. He was going to have to die. Bosch. He was going to have to die for this. He knew he was going to have to die. James died. Senior and Junior. Dennis. Oh, he was going to have to die. He saw it. Yeah. Come on, y'all. Yeah. He was going to die for Jimmy up the street. He was going to die for Jimmy across the street. Come on, y'all. I'm calling out some folks where we at now. He was going to die for Tommy and Katrina. Come on, y'all. Need y'all to get it.
Yeah.
Die for Clarence. Die for Bobby Jr. Come on, y'all. Need y'all to get it. Renee. He was going to die for Sam Rap. Grace.
Yeah.
Come on, y'all. Need y'all to get it. Maurice and Grace and he wanted to die for all of them. And Alicia and Saul and so forth. He wanted to die for Teresa and Samantha. Yeah. Come on, y'all. Yeah. He wanted to die for Sam and Jude. Come on, y'all. Yeah. Brian. Come on, y'all. Yes. Rita. All of them. He knew he was going to have to die. His love was just that strong. He was going to die for life. Come on, y'all. Yeah. Man. Yes. Come on, y'all. Elaine. Yes. Come on, y'all. Need y'all to catch it.
Yes, Lord.
Andrew.
Yes.
Knew he was going to have to die.
Yeah.
Rose. He knew death was in him. Yeah. But his love was still strong. Yes. That he loved us so much that God sent his son. Yes. Just as he said, Hosea, go pick a woman in the whoredom. Jesus said, prepare me a bride. Yes. And I'll go there. He came down through 42 generations. Knew through the bloodline from Adam. Abraham, David, down to Solomon, down to Mary, Joseph, that these things would conspire and take place. Yeah. Knew that when he chose the seed of Abraham, that all nations would be blessed, that he was going to have to come and die. He chose the world full of sinners to die that they might live. Yes, Lord. Saw in the cup that they would be jacked up. Saw in the cup 2017 election in 2016 when it took place, and when the office took place, how the world would be handled over this time. Yeah. So how Korea, North Korea would act, and how the arms race would be as it is, but he died. Yeah. You don't get it. He died that you might live. He commended his love.
Yes.
His love went beyond the fact that he knew you were going to lie in your head while you were sitting there.
Yes.
Knew you were going to deny and hope that they hurry up. Knew you were going to deny while you were going through. Knew you were not going to get out of your bed and show up at his house. He died. Come on, y'all.
Yes.
Knew that all you were going to do is sit at your house and watch it, but never show up in his house, but expect him to bless your house.
Come on, come on.
Yet he still blesses your house.
Amen.
We extend the invitation because Jesus went to Calvary just for that.
Yes.
He went to Calvary for all the stuff we had. For every misery and every pain you got, for everybody that's still stressed, for everybody that's stressing, for everybody that's still grieving and going through grief, and have not accepted and won't accept and refuse to accept and want to go the pity party because somebody that left this side, breath is no longer in their body. They have moved from that home. Songwriter said, I moved from my old house, moved from my old friends. That's what the song said. Move to a better place. But we don't want to accept that. And that Calvary, he nailed them cheating hands, fumbling hands. He nailed them hands that touch you the wrong way, rub you the wrong way, tilt you up the wrong way. He had a crown of 72 thorns on his head for every wrong thought that you had. Not just for your migraine headaches, but for every evil thought. Every time you laid up with your man, while in your mind you laid up with somebody else's man. Are y'all gonna pray with me?
Yeah.
Or somebody else's woman.
Oh my God.
You sitting down in God's house, man of God preaching the word, and you in your mind and already had an orgasm. We don't want to hear the truth. 72 souls. 72 major blood vessels, 72 major arteries, 72 major veins, 72 major nerve endings.
My Lord.
Come on, y'all. He knew what was going to happen. 72 major thought processes that the brain has to process what's going on and to make sure that you operate and function right. It was nailed to the cross. Your feet running swift to mess. Table bearing, busybody, messing up folk home, going in places you ain't got no business going. His hand not only was nailed for every person that can pull the trigger that ain't had no business pulling the trigger. Your loved one was stabbed, cut, shot, and you refused to forgive them, but you love the Lord. He died for that. For God commended his love toward us that while we were yet sinners, Christ died. And the just shall live by faith. But God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. Begotten of the Father, begotten of God, of himself, from himself, in himself, wrapped himself, came in flesh, still himself, but also caused sin to be abolished by himself. He went to Calvary for. Stayed in the grave for 3 days. Got up on the third day. Let me help all of you theologians out there, all of you will say Friday, Saturday, and then early Sunday morning, he was in the ground part of Thursday because it had not reached the high day. And they took him off the cross before it was time for the high celebration because the year that he was crucified, they had two high Sabbaths. Before it reached the high Sabbath, the second Sabbath, he was in the ground part of the day on Thursday. All day Friday, all night Friday night, all day Saturday, all night Saturday night. And the Bible says, if you look at what the Gospel of Matthew, Mark, and Luke said, it was early on the next morning, just before the breaking of the day, before the dawning of the next day, said the angel came from heaven. Ground shook,
my Lord,
rolled away the stone. Jesus was already up by the time they rolled the stone away, folded up the bedclothes. Then Joseph of Arimathea knew too. Norman among sinners, made amongst the rich. Took the shroud, folded it up, see the lid on left hand. Mean thank you, I enjoyed it, but I ain't coming again. Folded up the shroud, laid it on the right hand corner after putting the grave. Said thank you, I appreciate it, but I'll be back. He promised that I'm going to prepare a place. But I'll come back. Because where I go, there you may be also. In my Father's house, many mansions. That's how strong my love is. If you're out there today, Jesus is telling you, here's how strong my love is. It's strong enough to help you get past the hate, the bitterness, the resentfulness, the animosity, the stress. It's strong enough to help you to get past the hurt, if that's what you really want.
Amen.
If you really want healing, he's already started the healing process. Have you accepted it? See, some of us go to the doctor, we want the doctor to relieve us of the pain, but what we really want is the doctor to give us something to numb the pain, because we still want to complain about the pain. We really want people to have pity on us, and we want them to not sympathize with us. We want them to have empathy on us. See, when you want people to have empathy, you mean that you want to stay in the same condition. When you want somebody to have sympathy on you, you want them to understand where you are, but help you to come from where you've been.
Amen.
When you got folks having empathy, you rather them to see you stay right where you are. Tell somebody in my spirit. Because some of y'all don't want to get up out of what you're in.
Boy, we walk it.
That's how strong his love is. That's why Peter said that love covers a multitude of sins. That's how strong it is. He looked past it. He forgave it. And when he looked past it, he don't see you as what you did. See, what y'all continue to do, y'all still see the person as what they did 5 days ago, 5 hours ago, 5 seconds ago, 5 minutes ago, 5 years ago, 50 years ago. You done heard what your family did, and you wasn't even born during the time when it was done, and now you done created a hatred, an animosity. You can't stand them, don't want to be bothered with them. You don't want to even get to know them.
Come on.
Because of what somebody else said. But yet God's love is so strong.
Mm-hmm.
You've been knowing God all your life. And because it didn't go the way you wanted, oh, that's right. No, it didn't go the way you wanted. It really did. But you didn't like doing it that way because you got convicted when you did wrong and you didn't want to be held accountable for it. So now you done switched your faith into something else. Why? You still have an undercover faith in God, because just in case the universe,
It don't work out.
that's right, the stars, that roll,
Come on.
your pastor. Some of y'all got more faith in the man or the woman of God, that the moment the man or woman of God, God allowed something in their life to be shown. That happened here in Atlanta when one of the great ministers that God had, it was shown that there was some things that was there. He did it to show that your faith should be in the man of God, but not totally in the man of God. It rocked their faith and they left the church of God. Come on, y'all. See, God's love was so strong, he already knew when he presented that the preacher had some issues, the preacher had some sins, the preacher had some hidden sins, the preacher had some sins that God forgave, but the world still wanted to hold it against him. The world still wanted to bring it against him. When he allowed it to be exposed, what he was doing was exposing those that were really undercover. Not the one they thought was undercover, but he brought and uncovered what needed to be so he can uncover those that just was there, believing in the man of God, and make the man of God, make the woman of God, their God, and was not seeing God. But yet his love was still strong then and now, and some of them still reject coming back to God.
My Lord.
Because they blame the man of God. They blame the woman of God. They blame the ex-wife. They blame the ex-husband. They blame the mama. They blame the dad. Your relationship with God was only predicated on you getting there because they was the object, they was the vehicle, they was the tool, they was the thing that God used to get your eyes seeing him, but they were not the tool by which salvation was brought unto you. Need y'all to get it. So we extend the invitation. Without the cross, there is no salvation.
Amen.
Without the cross, there is no deliverance. Without the cross, there is no healing. Without the cross, there is no eternal life. Without Jesus being on the cross, you can hang it up.
Amen.
But thank God that while we were yet sinners, God loved us enough that he sent his son. He gave his son, that if we believed in him, he didn't send his son to condemn the world like some of y'all still do, but that the world through him might be saved. Come on, y'all. That's what the text said. Verse 17. 3 and 17. But the just shall live by faith, which means your lifestyle. He knows that while you're living faithfully under him, that there will be moments of unfaithfulness, moments of unrest,
moments of weakness. But will you submit to God in the midst of your weakness? And while you're submitting to God, God will increase the strength that you have in your flesh to resist whatever temptation comes. Satan gonna flee, but he's still watching. See, he done left you himself, but he left a spy. Well, I hear you, Holy Ghost. They got spies in the camp. They got spies that are watching now. I'm glad you're watching. I'm glad you came. Thank you for being here, because it keeps us on guard, keep us on our toes.
Yes.
That's why he said, be sober, be vigilant, because the adversary of the devil, as a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. See, some of y'all devouring folk and they don't even know they're being ate up.
Amen. Amen.
They're doing it so swiftly and so softly and so quietly, while they got your eyes focused on the one that's making all the noise. The one your eyes on and your ears and your mind paying attention to is not the one that's eating you up and destroying you. It's the one that ain't saying nothing at all.
Amen.
So we offer Jesus to you today, because that's how strong his love is. Whatever your issue is. See, some of y'all got an issue of blood. Some of y'all bowed down and bent over. You're crippled right now because you didn't have a blood issue for so long. And your blood issue may not be the same as a woman's blood issue. You ain't got fibroid tumors like a woman would have, because there's some things that had overdeveloped inside her body, and it caused her to have issues and pain and extra bleeding that shouldn't have been there. Some of y'all got blood issues because you won't even allow the fibroid tumors or the hatred that you got towards your loved ones, your mama, your daddy, your sister, or your brother. Mama done died, daddy done died, and your fibroid tumors, you're fighting over that property, you're fighting over that coat, you're fighting over that TV, you're fighting over the car, you're fighting over the land. That's your fibroid tumor. That's your blood issue. Come on, y'all.
Yeah.
Pastor done died. Spiritual blood issue that y'all got. Your spiritual fibroid tumor is who's going to be the next pastor. Who's great enough to lead the church?
Come on.
Some of y'all fibroid issue of blood that's causing you to be bowed down and bent over. Is the mere fact you figure that your gift is better than somebody else's gift, but it takes yours and theirs to make a gift. And if the Holy Ghost ain't causing the gift to operate, it ain't just the rest. So we all, that's how strong his love is, y'all. He didn't look past all of that. He had already gave you the tools whereby to see that when all of these things came, he showed you how to set it back in order. If you don't believe it, read the word. You ain't got to take my word for it. But that's how strong his love is. And that's why, at the end of that's how strong my love is, he ended off with the song again. God, bless our love. Oh, God, bless our love. But he started off the song by praying. He said a prayer. He went into God and prayed. Then he started singing, because he knew in order for it to go anywhere, God had to be in it, and he wanted God in it. Some of y'all don't want God in y'all love between each other as brothers and sisters in Christ. Amen. And that's why the love between each other is only a Sunday morning love. No, some of it is misty Sunday morning instead of misty Monday morning. Because it's full of mist. And in the mist, there's a sum of everything. And if you ain't careful and you got allergies, the mist gonna cause you to sneeze.
Amen.
Don't cause your eyes to get red. Cause your nose to run. Cause your face to swear. Cause you to have problems breathing, because the mist is full of infection. God bless you today. That's how strong my love is. It's ours to offer. It's yours to accept or reject. That was why he went to Calvary. But he got nailed. They took him down, laid him down. 3 days later, he got up. He stayed here for 40 days after that, took a flight to heaven, seated at the right hand of the authority of God, interceding for you and I, still saying, my love's still just as strong, baby. It's brand new. It can be brand new every time you want it. He said, this word right here, he said, check it out. He said, be not drunk with wine wherein is excess, but be ye filled with the Spirit. If you want to feel how strong his love is every second of the day, all you got to do is put down the bottle that you've been drinking that have caused you to become intoxicated, that's controlling the atmosphere that you have right now, that's wrecking the atmosphere that's around you, that's causing the problems that you have, and drink the wine of God's love. And I promise you, the drink that you drink of his love will cause the atmosphere to shift, and everything that was out of whack will now come into balance. God bless you. God keep you. That's how strong my love is.